Alright. So something happened between this time and last week. And I can now Alt-Tab out of the game, and I can adjust some of my stuff. So hopefully the mouse won't be scrolling over into my stream stuff anymore, and if it does, I can adjust it. But I did get some more DLC for this, so now we have Oregon and Washington unlocked. Hooray! It's just more options for us. So, yeah, I guess we can just go. Now, I think, if I look here, yeah, so when I got the DLC installed, it said that it canceled everything, just so there was no conflict. So basically, the job that I was taking, I no longer have. So we now gotta go and get another one. And where am I? I think I'm in Sacramento right now. Well, right off the bat, we can go to Oregon. It's a long ways away, though. It is, however, almost double anything else that I've got over here. Could just go to Fresno. It's a fairly short trip. You know what? Let's go up here. This is going to be a long trip, but it'll be worth more money. So after this, I would like to probably take out a loan and then get my own truck. Really, I feel like the first level truck is not very good, but I also have to wait till I'm level 8 to get anything else. So we'll just take this. We'll go for a drive. How is everyone today? Yeah, I'm pretty fine today too. It's not really. I don't know how it is for you guys right now, but it is once again another overcast and rainy day. Where am I trapped in this yard? Where the hell am I? I think I missed the exit. Also, wipers. There we go. Oh, that reminds me. Let me put on some music. Oops. So it's going to conflict with the menu music, but since there is no music otherwise... Can you hear that, or do I need to turn it up a little bit? I guess I'm going... Oh, I'm gonna hit that pole. Well, here, let me... bump it up just one more. How's that? We actually have a skylight in this one. We got a fancy truck. I might also want to adjust truck effects and exhaust, truck engine. I suppose actually I could have just turned down the master volume. There. I don't know, some people are really big into the engine noises in these games. In fact, there are mods that add even more realistic noises, which, I mean, whatever, but I don't particularly care for that, so I'll just turn that off. And I really have to learn how to drive in this game again. Well, okay, and we're off. There are trucks that have much larger windscreens, and that might be nice just for the visual. I'm also considering turning off the GPS and the mirror, but I really use them. There is actually GPS in the truck, and of course I can just look over there for the mirror, but it is much easier to actually have that stuff right here. Okay, I think once we get out here, I should be able to, be able to just drive for a bit. And we're looking at 55. That car is trying to cut me off, bastard. Alright. So now we should be fine. Provided I don't want to go faster. Another thing about this game is that if you put on your blinker... That car is too close. We're just going to have to squeeze the shoulder. But if you put on your blinker... and you get really close to the edge of your lane, the cars just kind of back off and wait because they're expecting you to turn and get in the lane. But we'll just turn that off for now. And we can turn off the wipers. That makes it speed up. There we go. Alright. So I don't really know what else the DLC is going to do for us other than just provide different views. I'm actually pretty interested to see just how much of the United States they actually add to the game. I'm expecting they'll do all of it, which is going to be pretty significant, actually. But it's also going to be very significant for them because that tends to mean like $15–20 a DLC, so it's a lot of money for them. They have great incentive to do it as long as people keep buying it. This truck is pretty bad. Do not have a lot of horsepower in it. Eventually, some of the better trucks that I can get will actually have enough horsepower that I could take an incline like that, still going about 70 miles an hour, which is pretty fast. We'll just get over. All right. So I was thinking the other day, well, I guess yesterday really, after doing the stream, right now I'm trying to do both days of the weekend here. We're gonna have to squeeze the shoulder. Don't mind the dangerous driving. This is supposed to be a relaxing thing, remember? But I was thinking that as much as I would love to do this for the entire weekend, I'm not really sure how sustainable that is. I know that... Oh geez. Oh geez. I was not expecting that barrier there. I don't know, it's kind of a lot of time. And while really I think in order to get affiliate, I only have to focus getting like 8 hours in a month, which is, or not 8 hours, 8 days. Well, okay, so to make affiliate, I need to get 7 days. I need to get 7 days, and then actually I think it is maybe a minimum of 8 hours. But something like that, combination of days and hours. But once I actually get it, and I should after this stream, I'm not really sure how much I have to do to maintain that. If it's going to still require the same amount of days. Ooh, try not to sideswipe somebody. Sorry. Trying to focus just a little bit here. So the reason I'm having second thoughts about doing the stream as frequently... Okay, this was not my fault. Suddenly there was road work. And the music change, I think, is fantastic. Hey, you bastard. Do you think I can squeeze through here? Yeah, the game loves to do that, actually. And there's times when the game will completely close off an exit because someone will have an accident on an exit, and so the exit you thought you were going to take, you now have to go 50 miles out of your way to find a way to turn around and get back to where you're going. Right, so, ooh, geez, I wasn't even paying attention. We're probably going to have to make a stop here. I have less than half fuel. Okay, well, there is a rest stop here. We don't need to rest. There's also a scale coming up, but I don't know if it's a required scale. Ooh, should I make a detour there? I think I should make a detour here. We'll make a detour here, and then I can get the gas. Yeah, the Hall of the Mountain King is pretty appropriate for dangerous driving. It's actually in the playlist. I'm looking at another Kevin MacLeod jazz list, and this one is put together by YouTube, so YouTube, of course, just kind of fudges the genres a little bit, but anyway, back to what I was talking about. So, I've got a lot of projects, side projects. Hey, Pocket Ninja. You haven't missed anything. Really. severe. Where is my turn? Is this my turn? Parking brake doesn't work too well in this vehicle. Alright. I can go right on red. Or we can just go on green. Taking a slight detour. There is a time limit to some of these. You get penalized if you take too long, but I don't think this detour will be too bad. I'm not going to make it now that that truck's there. This is going to be sketchy. Alright. Nice and relaxing. So anyway, yes. I'm having second thoughts about doing the Saturday-Sunday drive. And a large part of that is just because of the amount of time it takes during the weekend. So, you know, I've got a lot of other things that I kind of have planned that I would like to be doing, that I have talked about already on the stream in previous streams. And it's going to be very difficult for me to get all that done if I am basically doing a full-time job during the week and then spending the weekend doing this. And I realize that, you know, the stream is only a few hours, but then I'm cutting up the video and posting and all that. And so yesterday when I got done getting the stream ready for YouTube, I was done by about 5 o'clock. And so it pretty much killed the afternoon for me to get things done, and so that just basically leaves me the evenings. And so between, you know, making that game, the board game idea for streaming, and starting up the role-playing channel that I was talking about, I just don't see where I'm going to have the time to do that. So I'm probably going to post something to YouTube as well, just as a survey, but I guess I am just curious, streaming on the weekend, if I had to choose a day and a time, what is best for you guys, do you think? Because I know that Saturday at noon seems like it's pretty good. Would you... I guess I didn't have the stop. But I mean, is there a more preferable time? Because for me, you know, it's at noon. But for everyone else, it might be at a time when, you know, being on a Saturday, you've got other things to do. So I don't know, is what I'm doing on Saturday good, or do you think that I should maybe do a little bit earlier, a little bit later? I'm in the turn lane. Oh, that is a forward lane too, I guess. This is a Peterbilt dealer. That's not a great choice. Alright, we got that one. Well, I know that there's a major time difference for some of us, but I guess, you know, again, I'll probably post this to YouTube and posit it to YouTube as well, but I'm just trying to, I guess, figure out what a better time is for everyone involved, because, you know, if it's Holy crap. If it's, if it would be a better time for me to do it earlier, so that at your time it's a better hour, then I can do that. Which would be okay for me too, because then that might give me more of the afternoon. Alternatively, if I started doing it at night, then that would probably be very early morning for most people on the other side of the world. So, you know, and even here in the United States, when I'm starting at noon over on the East Coast, that's middle of the afternoon for them. So, and do you prefer Saturday, or would it be better Sunday? Because I know a lot of people just don't have much going on Sunday, but Sunday's also just kind of a more relaxing time, whereas you know, Saturday, I feel like a lot of people watch, not necessarily stream, but just my videos as well, just because it's like the first day off after a Friday, and I should probably turn my lights on. There, okay. Right now it is 12:20 p.m. for me, so I get started at noon here. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'll think some more about it, but I had sort of intended the... I hate these roads. I hate these two-lane roads. I had intended the Sunday stream to be just a shorter one. Primarily to basically unlock affiliate and the requirements for that. But I think I sort of mentioned that there seems to be a way around that where I can just sort of pop in anytime and it'll count as a day of streaming. So, I mean, maybe if anything, I could just have... Oh, what is going on now? Is this literally one of the vehicles that was just up ahead of me? Maybe not. There is too much activity on the road right now. How on earth am I supposed to get to my destination? But since the steep turn, steep incline, I gotta stop using my parking brakes so much. I gotta get back into the habit of double tapping it so that it turns it on real quick, then turns it off again. So I'm thinking that maybe the Sunday stream I could dump, just so I have that day to do some other projects. Really, until I get rid of my current full-time job, I don't think I'm going to have quite the free time I had been hoping for, but well, you know, that might be... That might be something that I could try and do. And I guess that's kind of why I'm asking people for their preferred schedule, because I can shift that a little bit, but since I'm not doing full-time YouTubing or streaming, since I do have a work job, well, the minimum time is, I don't think it's anything. I mean, I can just stream as long as I want. I would aim for an hour, but it ends up being like an hour and a half or 2 hours. Or what I have discovered just this past month is that 3 hours is pretty good, because 3 hours allows me to break the footage down into like 6 half-hour portions or so, which means that I can then put a video out on YouTube until it comes back around again to Saturday. So total, I think I would like to, get about 3 hours of streaming, if I could. But we're still going too fast. But I don't know. I kind of figured that one way to shorten the time would be doing like a Saturday, Sunday, because that way I could focus, making a 2 hour one day and a 1 hour the next day, or however, breaking that up. But really, especially in City Skylines, I'm not so sure that just playing the game for an hour is really going to do much. It's definitely not going to get anywhere. So, given a choice, I would definitely focus on City Skylines for 3 hours than splitting it between something else on a Sunday. But I think that another trend that a lot of YouTubers that have started focusing towards streaming have done is they are... You know what? There we go. I thought I had my brights on. I did not. A trend among YouTubers is that they focus on streaming, and then whatever they stream becomes their YouTube content. They aren't specifically making YouTube content anymore. So that's another difference between myself and other people, because I've still got series going. I'm probably going to have to rest here. I need to find a... Okay, we do have a rest point up here, although we are very close to our destination. However, once we get there, there's no rest... Oh no, there is a rest stop up here, actually. Well, I wouldn't need the rest stop, though. I wouldn't need the rest stop because the drive would be over. So, I think maybe I can make it. All these people telling me I got my brights on. I know. If the game weren't so dark and the night so long. Yeah, and I don't think that I could really do that. I mean, I could, but I think that since I'm not doing full-time streaming, I would be then risking killing the YouTube channel, because people who do stream all week long... Let's see if I can't pass. Probably not a good idea to slam on the brakes before that, and we're on a hill, so let me wait until we're around this hill. Okay, fine. Well, the appropriate thing that you're supposed to do whilst driving on the highway with your brights on is that when you see a car, you're supposed to turn them off. However, since there is no penalty for that sort of thing in this game, and they are just zeros and ones, I don't really care so much. It's not convenient to me to turn my brights off and on. Well, there is. Yes. Yes, and the worst part of that is when they are right behind you with the beams shining in your mirrors. That is always fun.